Hello, everyone. I'm Bob Finch with Select Spectrum. I'm very pleased to welcome you to the UBIC MIMOMAX Happy Hour event to talk about Band 54 Spectrum. So Band 54 Spectrum, I'm very pleased to represent. Select Spectrum is a broker. We represent multiple licensees. And Band 54 Spectrum, as you will find out in this excellent discussion, is a capable broadband spectrum, ideal for utilities and other critical infrastructure companies. And I'm pleased to talk about it today and to be working with UBIC MIMOMAX, a company that has been very progressive in developing solutions for Band 54 and other spectrum bands relevant to critical infrastructure. So Band 54, number one, is available nationwide today. We can make it available in a lease form, is primarily how it's being done. Long-term leases, which will meet capital requirements of utilities, and can be available in short-term once you've acquired the lease through a negotiation process. You'll find it's quite easy to work with us on that negotiation. So what is special about this this bandwidth? First of all, it is specifically oriented towards critical infrastructure. So why is that true? Because the power limits are very high. For any fixed installation, you have the right to transmit at high power levels. That'll give long range. Obviously, the mid-band spectrum, the lower mid-band spectrum where this frequency lies, is considered ideal by many mobile telephone companies, and also great for fixed installations for critical infrastructure for utilities. It's time division duplex. Well, what does that mean? It means if you have more uplink traffic than downlink, you can allocate more time to uplink than downlink. That gives full utilization of the spectrum. It means that whatever you acquire in terms of spectrum, you'll be able to use, and you can fully optimize the use of that bandwidth. So that's highly positive. It's 5 megahertz so far. So you're only paying for the 5 megahertz. You'll be able to use the full thing. We anticipate that an additional 5 megahertz may become available in the future through an FCC auction. And our client for this Band 54 spectrum is Legato. They would be highly likely to be the prime acquirer of this band. So what that means for utilities is you could start with 5 megahertz today and quite likely have the availability of an additional 5 megahertz tomorrow. This can be used for fixed or mobile applications. We're seeing initially fixed type applications. That's the initial applications that UBIC will be supporting are for fixed services, broadband from the field area network to your central location. And we think that is mostly what utilities will be looking for initially. This spectrum is in a very good neighborhood in terms of interference. We don't expect any interference issues coming from the neighbors. The radio astronomy service is immediately below this in the frequency band. That is essentially listening to space, right? So there's no terrestrial transmissions there. In fact, there's no satellite transmissions there. And then there's an NPRM spectrum, this additional spectrum that is currently utilized by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. That will, we expect, will soon become available. It's really not being used in any significant way today. It's available nationwide, but we will match it to the requirements that your organization may have. So what kinds of applications are relevant to utilities? Well, number one, field area networks. In general, this is the ability to wirelessly carry all of the traffic that you have from your network, whether that be for metering, distribution automation, backhaul, SCADA, supervisory control, and data acquisition, a wide number of different applications, and Internet of Things, right? We've also seen metering be a significant area of interest. And essentially, as we look at building these networks, using LTE technology, using 4G and ultimately 5G technology, you'll be able to handle all of the solutions that your company may require. Well, I'm in the spectrum business. I am not the technology expert here. Thankfully, UBIC has a number of wonderful technology experts. And so I want to talk about spectrum. And there's a lot of choices. This is a big decision, a big investment on the part of utilities or other private network builders to choose what spectrum bands are available. You see that here at 1670 and 1675, showing it on a graph that shows multiple different bands available to utilities. We feel it's in the sweet spot. These particular bands have gone at the highest overall value when mobile network operators have been bidding on spectrum over the last decade. And they offer a good combination of standardization, excellent propagation. The 5 megahertz TDD is a good fit for what utilities typically are requiring, provides excellent throughput. And in this band, and particularly at the power levels that are allowed by the FCC in this band, very good building penetration. It's also available. So this is a key interest. This is one of the bands that utilities may be interested in, other operators may be interested in, are either not available or require clearing because there's existing incumbents. And so this is a band that's available today, available nationwide. And this is part of the reason that UBIC MIMOMAX has been so focused on supporting this band is they see that it can expand rapidly. We've had quite an experience. In fact, earlier today, I was talking about the upper 700 megahertz A block, also an excellent band. It has been acquired by many utilities. We see the similar kind of pattern where a number of utilities will be acquiring this band as well. But this at band 54, we offer much more throughput capacity. So that's the overall summary of this band. And if anyone has questions about where different frequency bands stand and what's more desirable, we'll be glad to discuss that with you. All right, so in terms of where it is in the standardization, so 3GPP is the cellular organization that sets global standards for cell phone systems. They have designated this particular band as band 54, 1670 to 1675 megahertz. And they have also approved it for not just LTE broadband operation, but also for NB-IoT and Cat-M, and also 5G operation. So while today you may not be installing a 5G system, the carriers are, right? They're putting 5G systems, it's 5G is in your phone. You can expect 5G is coming to the private network world as well. And if you were to acquire rights to this spectrum, you would have a band that already supports 5G. And if you're working with a company that is progressive like UBIC, you can anticipate that it's highly likely they will have 5G solutions coming down the path as well. So this meets the requirements. It really went through the 3GPP designation process in record time. And we've been highly pleased with how rapidly 3GPP has approved standardization for these bands. In terms of the details, beyond just having 3GPP approval, you need to have all of the pieces and parts together necessary to support ecosystem development, necessary to support the deployment of networks. So in this case, the first step is to get device filters, right? So you have to have the combination of uplink and downlink capability. And in fact, we do have that in band 54. Those filters, for example, have been developed by companies like Qualcomm and Solinux. In addition, there's chipsets available from this. GCT is the primary supplier so far for those chipsets. They also build modules. And so those are available very soon. We expect those first chipsets to be coming out in March of this year. So and I'm sorry, the chipsets are available today. The modules coming out in March of this year. So very soon. And there are plans as things go on for 5G support as well. In terms of device development, GCT is producing the modules. As I mentioned, those are coming available soon. And we expect additional devices coming along as well. We expect that soon we will be able to announce a UBIC end device. We already have commitments from Nokia and from GE to produce what I'll call gateways and routers, possibly additional devices from Nokia. So it's exciting to see this much progress happen rapidly in terms of the device development. UBIC, of course, is producing a base station already. We're excited to work with UBIC on that. There may be future, there will be, I'm confident, future base station providers as well. So here is another look at the ecosystem development. I mentioned the GC chips and modules available, support from GE Vernova and UBIC in terms of the base stations. So lots of pieces coming together. Very exciting to see so much progress. Now I specifically want to focus on our host. You can see here on the back wall of the booth that UBIC is displaying their Band 54 system. It's very well packaged, very well tested. One of the types of applications we'll see is direct-to-meter solutions. We can have thousands of endpoints supporting these devices, and the kind of capacity that's available in Band 54 is something that we're very proud of. Thank you very much, and don't forget if you're interested in Select Spectrum, check out our website, selectspectrum.com, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much.